Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video I'm going to talk to you about the Baker Act and allowing the police to come into your home and basically take your loved one. And so look, let me set the stage here for this so that we're all on the same page. Look, I'm a former prosecutor. I'm a big fan of our men and women who wear the uniform, the badge, and all of that. I have a retired cop on staff, okay, with a team of investigators because we get a lot of calls for missing people on the streets. And if I can get a judge to give me a pickup order, rather than waiting for the police to go and do it because their resources are limited, we'll go do it ourselves, right, in conjunction with law enforcement. So I'm a big fan of law enforcement. But what I'm not a big fan of law enforcement is when they do things that shouldn't be done. And so here's the scenario, okay? We had two young ladies, minors, who were, I guess they posted something online that was somewhat, quote, risque, and law enforcement showed up at one of the children's homes without the parents being present, and they got her to open up the door, and they came in, and apparently she made some kind of statement, and they Baker Acted her. And right now, as I sit here, she's been detained. And first of all, based on what was relayed to me, this is not a Baker Act, not today, tomorrow, or any other day of the week. This is terrible as to what's going on here. But I think more disturbing is the fact that the police went over to this young lady's house when her parents were not there and basically got her to open the door so they could interview her. And so I want to be really clear about this, okay? First of all, if the police come to your home, absent a warrant, absent some type of exigent circumstances, meaning, I don't know, they observe a body on the ground, or absent you allowing them to come in, you give consent, they're not permitted to come into your home. They certainly can't force their way in, unless, of course, they have a court order. That's a different story. And as an officer of the court, practicing for 31 years now, I'm here to tell you that if there's a court order, you need to comply with it, okay? And if the police have a warrant, okay, or they have an ex parte order from a judge saying they want to take somebody, you better comply with it, okay? So want to be really clear here. Under no circumstances should you violate a court order, and I am telling you specifically not to violate a court order. But absent a warrant or a court order, or frankly, you allowing the police to come in, or there's a dead body on the ground, right? The police have no right to come in. And I really take exception to this because the very least the parents should have been there, okay, or should have been permitted to be there so that they could make the decision as to whether or not to allow the police to come into their home. And what happened was the police did go in because the child was obviously, she saw the police and was very intimidated. I mean, look, you get pulled over by the police, I can tell you, my heart races, right? It's intimidating. And I don't think the police are trying to be, but it's a scary thing, right? It's a scary thing when the police show up or they pull you over. And they interviewed her. And I don't know the whole sum and substance of the conversation, but long story short is they Baker Acted her. They took her away, presumably in cuffs, because that's how it happens when you get Baker Acted, put her in the back of the patrol car, because that's how it happens when you get Baker Acted, and now she's stuck. She can't get out. So it sounds to me like we're going to be intervening in this case unless the child is released. But I wanted to do a video about this because it's not the first time I've heard of this, and frankly, it's just flat out wrong. And so, big fan of the police and law enforcement, but you guys got to do it right. And if you're a family and the police show up, make sure they do it right. So anyway, I wanted to put that out there. I appreciate you tuning in. I'd love a thumbs up. And please, if you could, subscribe to the channel. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.